Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, welcoming you once again to the show. You know, in all my many years of playing RPGs, I know that there are several RPGs that are out there. You've got Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Basic Fantasy RPG, Labyrinth Lore, Dungeon Crawl Classics, you've got 13th Age, all these sword and board ones. But there are other genres that exist out there that are very interesting as well. You got Vampire the Masquerade, you got Call of Cthulhu, and you've got this one beauty that just recently shown up on my radar, and that is Delta Green. And I got to tell you, I got this thing in the mail today. It is a scenario for the Delta Green RPG. It's called A Victim of the Art, and it might be a scenario that I think we're going to run, or I'm going to run the other hard slingers through when we finish off with Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan. If we're still using this virtual eye of destiny that we have here and still doing this via Zoom over the internet, I think that this will serve us very well to use this particular RPG. It doesn't include any minis or any. You could use complete theater of the mind, which is how we're doing our D&D sessions right now. And I think that that might be the angle that we're going to go in when this is all over. Also, don't forget, check us out on our social media platforms. We have our Facebook account, our Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And I got to say that of all the platforms, of all these social media platforms, I have to say that I really dislike Facebook. You know, it is such a divisive, hostile environment that for many, I mean, I try to always hold my tongue when I see somebody say something that is in direct conflict with my opinion on that platform, because the only reason why I have these platforms is for Roll the Hard 20 podcast. I know that my name is attached to them, but it was the only reason why they were brought into existence for my use is for the show. And when you get some idiot that likes to try to tell me how to run my show, I've got a major problem, and you know who you are. All that to be said, I don't even have to reply to the guy. In fact, this idiot wanted to friend me, and then he wants to add his unjustified 2 cents. Friends no longer. I dubbed thee unforgiven. Anyways, moving on. I hope everybody is enjoying the show so far. Remember, you can follow us on all those wonderful social media platforms. Don't forget to check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast for as little as $1. You could really help the show out. And that was what one of the things that Knucklehead said about how much he thought a show should cost every month, which his figure is ridiculous. Anyways, warm up your dice and top off your glasses. Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan, Episode 5, Where the Fuegos the Exit.
That's why we don't get invited to the Christmas parties.
And when you're done doing that, Eric, I'm going to need you to clean that toilet out too. Somebody left some asparagus in there from last night. Oh. This might be a little cold at first, Doc, but all right, so we're recording again now.
I'm gonna have to save that website for later.
For later.
For later.
Actually got kind of dark in here. I need to boost. Hey, you ready?
Red eye.
Eric, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Commodore 64 microphone. Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted dungeon master, Brian, and with me, the Hard Slingers.
Yeah, he's already forgot his name.
You know, I'm like a couple into these things already, and yeah.
Dementia's setting in, man.
You guys kept me waiting. Come on, Hard Slingers, let's hear you.
Blow the mics out.
Oh, God.
Woo!
Your lack of enthusiasm is going to get you booted out of this thing. So, when we last left off, you guys had just finished fighting Tloques Popolocas in his resting area. You came across a new ally, El Fuego, a tiefling of unknown abilities, and at the same time as Tloques Popolocas' final resting place came just avalanching down upon his coffin and his body, it also managed to bury Cricket in the process. So you guys are now standing in the foyer of this entry, having been accessed by pushing in a large block. And what do you guys want to do?
Did the rubble that fell, did it completely cover Cricket?
From the upper chest upwards. Like all that's left is his lower back and his legs and stuff.
Okay.
Just tucked in under a
tucked
pile
in.
of rock.
Gave him
Pile of rock.
Gave him a lullaby.
Is it enough for me to see the bow that he had on him?
You can see a portion of it.
El Fuego would like to try to salvage it from the rubble.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d20 straight up.
18.
8. You're able to salvage.
All right. As he picks it up, he's like, I recognize this bow. It belonged to our elven friend. Where did Cricket pick this up from?
Probably the corpse of your elven friend.
Corpse. So you're saying they didn't make it?
I don't think many people have. The four of us seem to be fairly lucky around here.
That is a shame. I'll just strap the bow onto my back as well, and then just say a quick little prayer to hopefully send guidance for Cricket to find his path to the underworld.
The underworld.
Hope you make it to hell okay, Cricket.
Oh my fuck.
I would have watched it again lost.
Oh shit, dude. That's funny. So, now you managed to find a few items. Shit, where's my book at? When you guys were going through the through that coffin, you remember those things?
El Fuego has a jar of powder in his possession.
He does.
Someone had, wait, I think I have bracers.
You
Yeah.
got bracers, yes.
And then someone had, I forgot who took them. I think, Brom.
I had the bat. Brom has the bat amulet and the mask.
Okay.
The amulet and the mask.
You guys want to do any time looking at those things, or you just want to assume they're worth something and put them on, or put them in your backpack? What do you guys want to do with those items? Now-
Personally,
Do we think we're in a safe enough spot to rest for a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, right now you guys are in
A lot of it.
that foyer that has those 6 urns. But as
Okay.
far as any other troubles that may come up and down this way, really only El Fuego might have a heads up as to what brought them to this position, why he was where he was, what happened to the rest of his group, however big his group was.
Yeah. I believe this might be one of the safer rooms now. As you could tell, it appears that my other companions did not make it through. this bow belonged to an elven friend, like I said, that was with us.
What was his name?
You're
You know my pain.
right.
Oh, boy.
Damn it. We just called him Amigo.
Lunes.
Lunes. And the other one was
Monday the
Martes.
Elf. And Sábado the Tiefling.
Since your fellow companion himself has fallen, might I be a good addition to join you guys to continue on? We were searching for the shrine ourselves.
I'll look to the other two members of the party, see what they're thinking.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
And we lost one, might as well replace it with another.
Should ask him how
And this
fast
one
he
has
is.
a Latin flair.
That's right.
Ask him how fast he is in case you have to outrun him, you know? What's your
30
speed?
30 feet. El Fuego wants to actually examine the jar that he has of powder.
Okay.
What would you want me to make? An investigation?
Make an
or
Arcana check.
Arcana? Okay.
Or medicine, either one.
Let me just pull up my sheet real quick. I'm going to roll medicine for it, which isn't great. It is 14.
14. It looks like it's a medicinal medicine that's been rendered to a powder form, but you're uncertain what kind of medicinal concoction it may be. You probably wouldn't know until you put it back into a solution.
Okay. Medicinal.
Adric, as far as you know, or whoever asked whether or not this was a safe place, this is probably about as safe as it's going to get to rest for a short while.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not long enough for a full-on 8-hour long rest or whatnot.
Okay. I personally just wanted to take a short rest.
Short rest works for me. There was something else that I remember from last time. Can't remember what you said it was. I know, I think it was El Fuego and maybe Adric that took some kind of damage.
Oh yeah, you're talking
And
about
necrotic damage?
the
Necrotic
per
damage?
maximum
Okay.
HP?
Yes. Now,
All day long at
We've-
work today. All day, 9 hours. You could listen to the last episode. You chose.
what?
You didn't listen to the last episode.
Oh, I listened to it a while back, but I couldn't
Oh, okay.
remember what the
Honestly,
word was.
I think all it was necrotic damage.
Okay.
I don't. It's not something that just hangs on to you. You know, it's not reoccurring.
Oh, okay.
It's something you have to make a save for. Some people are more susceptible. Some people are more resilient to certain damage types.
I was wondering if there was, if it was removed by a spell. That's what I was trying to get at, because I couldn't remember what it was called, necrotic damage. But
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
it's not ongoing though. So you
Okay.
just took it. Like if you were more susceptible to that.
I think you started about the maximum hit point reduction.
yes.
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Sorry, didn't realize that. That is ongoing until you take a long rest.
Oh, okay.
That
Until you
remains.
take a long rest.
Yeah, until you take a long rest, it stays where it's at.
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
I
in
didn't
that
realize
case-
what you were talking about. Okay. Maybe I should have listened to the last episode.
You should listen to this episode.
Oh, I will. I have to.
All right. So, everyone good for taking a short rest here?
Yes.
I'd prefer a long rest, but
I'd prefer a long rest, but
yeah.
if we don't think it's safe, is what it is.
Long rest would actually be beneficial for everyone.
Would it?
How many elves do we got?
That
0
doesn't help.
doesn't help.
Short rest is 1 hour. Trance is 4 hours.
To say if we took a long rest, we could have someone.
You mean taking a watch?
Yeah, for at least
Do
4
we
of the
get
hour.
anything back on long rests? Has a curtain? You probably use some spells. Probably.
He used his invisibility spell.
I could stay.
I could get maneuvers back,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm pretty,
maneuvers
I'm
on
pretty
long
low on health, so I just have to use a lot of hit die.
Got it.
You know what?
I didn't
Well,
know that maneuvers were long rests.
I can actually help with that then. Being a new member of the group, I will actually like to be able to aid everyone. And I will cast,
Handy.
not handies.
And geez.
Plural at second level.
I'm just trying to see if I could do it to multiple. If it's healing word or cure wounds.
Healing words, I think, is multiple people.
Healing words is multiple?
I think.
I'm not seeing it as multiple.
I
you
think
know-
healing word is one person bonus action.
One thing we forgot to actually do, because we had to redo episode 1 of this thing, I don't think the listeners have any idea what race and class all of you are,
Oh,
let alone your name. I mean, sorry, listeners. Actually, I will probably release that as a non-canon episode, because I think it'd be kind of cool to see how things kind of went awry. But starting around, Adric, why don't you tell us who you are?
yeah. So Adric is a half-elf warlock. He's a hexblade warlock, and his patron is the Raven Queen.
Kjartan.
Kjartan is a dragonborn sorcerer.
What color?
Don't even know the actual background of him. He's just trying to find this shrine.
What color are you?
Like skin?
Sure.
Gale.
Sure. Green.
You're
Got the
what?
dragon scales and everything. Green.
Green. Okay. Brahm.
Brahm is a Hildorf soldier of fortune, coming out looking for adventure, and is a fighter.
El Fuego.
El Fuego. El Fuego is a tiefling cleric who prays to the god Lathhandler. Is that how it's pronounced?
Doesn't sound like it.
Is it Lightlander?
Lathander?
Lathlander?
Lathander? Lathander?
Lathander?
Lathander?
Where's that? Where'd you get that?
That extra syllable?
Well, I was gonna say that deity.
Oh,
Is that the player's handbook?
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Lathander,
you could,
then.
you could educate the rest of your group. Perhaps hand out some pamphlets.
That's right.
Take a
Have you heard the
tithe
good
from
word?
everybody.
Lathander is back.
Elms.
So, you guys wish to take a long rest, short rest in this little area? What do you want to do?
If you guys want to take a long one, I guess we can try to push for it. I'm perfectly fine with the short rest.
I could boost some of you guys up, but it will be very minimal. If you guys want to take a long rest, it'll probably be more beneficial.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
practically.
leave it to the fate of the dice.
Whatever you guys want to do. However you guys want to roll off. Some of you are in favor of a short rest. Some are in favor of a long rest. Who's in favor of a short rest?
I'm the only
Okay.
one, I think. I get
Who's in
everything
favor
back.
of a long rest?
Just take a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay, one of you three roll against Adric.
Huh?
Brahm,
All right.
straight off.
It looks like I'm outvoted. I don't think we're.
What do you want to do?
Roll.
Want to take a long rest then?
Yeah, if I'm outvoted,
Okay.
I'm not going to sweat long or short rest.
Okay, so you guys want to take a long rest then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the tank, I definitely need a long rest.
Okay. You guys find yourself in this this was it 15 by 20 room with these urns that you have already opened. You've got the rubble to the south. You've got the opened stone to the north. Do you guys want to set up a sentry, or you guys all just want to say fuck it and lay down? What do you guys want to do?
Well, for a long rest, it can be longer than 8 hours, right?
Minimum of 8, yeah. So you can go longer.
So we
but
can
it has to be a
do
minimum
12
of 8.
and have someone, at least one person, take a watch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
we
has-
do.
We can just do 4 watches of 2 hours each, can't we?
You can and still get it in.
All right.
So if we can do
I mean,
that.
if we have a reason to do 12, we can do 12. We're just,
Okay.
I think we can do the whole watch stuff within 8 though.
Okay. So who's going to set up the first watch?
El Fuego would take the first watch.
Second?
Braun.
Third?
I'll take the third one.
Okay. So you guys all settle in on the stone floor. It's cold. A lot of stone dust still milling about the air, as well as this amber hue that's been going about, hanging out in the whole area. The first 2 hours go by. Go ahead and make an investigation check, El Fuego,
Okay.
or a perception check.
Give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, that's gonna be good. 19.
19. You don't hear or see anything, but you guys all take 1 point of poison damage from the hue from this air. Brahm, you were next, correct? Go
Yes.
and make a perception check on your watch.
15.
15. Again, you don't hear anything other than the trickling of water. And everybody takes 2 points of poison damage from the air. After your 2 hours end, you go over, you wake up Adric. Adric,
Okay, I rolled a. What do I add to this? Oh, I rolled a unnatural 20.
unnatural 20. You hear skittering about in the hallway to the west by the door that led you into the original hallway of this whole area. You hear it ticking along, tick, 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 tick. And then it comes closer to where the stone cutout was, and then fades back towards the west. And you guys take another 2 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Kjartan. Adric wakes you up. I need you to make a perception check as well.
That is a 14.
14. Your watch goes unmolested. And you guys take another point of poison damage. You guys wake up. You don't feel extremely rested, although you do feel like you have the majority of your powers back. But the air in this temple is really starting to be difficult to aerate through your lungs.
We need to get out of here and fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend
Slept
too
in
many
better
nights sleeping like
places.
that.
It's hard to breathe in here. So should I assume we're at full health -6?
Yes, minus the points that you took while you guys were trying to sleep. So, what would you guys like to do?
Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
I'll start making my way back to the main hallway.
Okay.
So to go past that false door, or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's just a stone that had been pushed into the room
Yeah.
that you were in. So you could either go to the east or to the west. To the west leads back to that large room with that giant conch shell monster and the crayfish. You are unfamiliar with what is further to the east, though.
I'll make my way to the block that was pushed in, like back to where I have to look east or west. I'm looking east and just waiting for my companions.
Okay. Give me your marching order, guys.
I'll follow after Brom.
Okay.
I will go after El Fuego.
Okay, El Fuego, you follow Brom out into the main hallway, and he looks as though he's uncertain whether to go to the west or to the east. Now, you know which direction you came from, though. And you had originally came from around the corner that's to the east.
Okay. The only thing I don't remember was if that collapse blocked off the room. Because I know there was a collapse, but I don't know if it blocked off the room or not.
Yeah, there were stairs that led upwards that when you scattered from the rest of your group and you wound up down this hallway, you didn't see the hidden doorway. You just kept going east. Then you made the left going north. You saw some stairs, and then the whole ceiling just collapsed down on you. So whether or not it covered the whole staircase, you're not certain at this point. You just know that you were caught under the avalanche of all these rocks coming down on you.
Okay. I'll lean over to Brom and be, well, mi amigo, I came from the east side, and
Not
before,
the west side.
but before I was able to clear
Thanks,
passage, the ceiling collapsed on me. We might be able to clear some of the rubble or go over it, but I believe there might have been some doors on the other end.
Why were you heading that way? In
I was-
general, or was that just the way?
That's the way I ran for my life. I don't know if I set a trap or if just because me being there caused the disturbance and the fault of the actual room to collapse.
Oh, it's worth taking a look at. I'll turn around and ask Adric and Kjartan, so we want to go back to Crabman, or do we want to come the way El Fuego came?
As hospitable as that crab man was, I'd much rather make progress. And the crab man said to come this way to get out of this temple. Right
Yeah.
now, that's my priority.
I think we should go towards where El Fuego was.
Which way do you want to go, Kjartan?
To where El Fuego was, by where the rebel is.
Okay. So Brom,
then Brom
you gonna-
will lead the way.
sorry, I gotta look at my map here. Okay, so you guys go back down the hallway towards the east for about 20 feet, and you see that it turns to the north. Now, this hallway is still 10 feet wide. Even when it turns to the north, it's still 10 feet wide. And you see basically what's left of a set of staircase, set of stone steps that lead upwards. There's about 3 or 4 steps that are unmolested by all the rubble that had come down. But you see that there are larger stones and whatnot that seem to pile up towards the ceiling, basically blocking off that avenue from what you can tell from at this point.
Yeah.
And that, by the way, that's about 30 feet away from you.
Yeah, I guess you weren't lying. It looks like the ceiling collapsed in here. I guess, should we try and move some of this rubble out of the way?
I think that would be a good idea. Also, Brian, did you send us a link of that hallway?
I did. Would you like me to send it one more time?
Yeah, because I'm going through our messages, but I just having a hard time finding which room it was exactly.
Give me half a moment here to go through them all. Is this one right here. Okay, did you get it?
Yeah, perfect.
You'll see it's about 30 feet from your current position. And then as the stone steps start to lead up, it starts to get congested with rubble. And then the rubble actually gets bigger into boulders.
And then, sorry, did we enter from the
You're coming at it from the south.
south? Okay.
Yeah, that one spot that's against the southern wall that looks like a door, that was that stone wall that you guys had pushed in. Further to the west, at that other door, that's the single door of the 10-foot wide, that leads back into the mud room where that large stone creature is at.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
Okay, perfect.
Woo! I just
All right,
drained
how-
a flask into that fucker. Wow, damn.
Let's see. Other than manhandling it, is there... As we're by the rubble, can I look at the floor and see if there's any markings or anything? Maybe like kind of figure out. El Fuego just wants to figure out if he actually like set off a trap or if the collapse was just because the temple's old.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage because you were already down at this end of the passageway. So roll an investigation.
Okay, investigation. That will be 24.
24. It doesn't look like you set anything off by stepping on some kind of a pressure plate or whatnot. Although you do know that from when you first entered this area that there were pressure plates around. But this appears to have avalanched down upon you just from being rickety, just from the integrity of the hallway and the ceiling just being that brittle.
Okay.
Brahm, what would you like to do at this point?
I'm going to staircase.
You're gonna what?
Up staircase.
Go up the staircase?
Where all the rubble is. Just start checking out all the rubble. Use my stone cunning to see if I could tell if this was a trap or if it was, like if this rubble was carved on purpose to be like a fail-safe or trap.
Oh, like a deadfall. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you actually moving the stones about, or are you just like kind of checking it
No,
out?
just using my stone cunning to look at them.
Okay, go ahead and make your investigation. Make it with advantage too, because you're a dwarf, right?
Yeah, so I get +2 to my roll.
Okay, make it with advantage anyways.
Okay. That is 15.
15. You don't see that they're like El Fuego. You don't see any pressure plates, and the type of rubble that is there and the boulders are just jagged and whatnot. If they were drugged someplace for a deadfall, they weren't machined or carved. It looks as though they were just probably brought from a quarry if that were the case. But you can't tell because you can't see the ceiling, so you don't know if the ceiling, if this is the ceiling that's now blocking the passageway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wanted to see if they were purposely cut or if it was just all jagged pieces falling.
Yeah, they just like totally jagged pieces, but you can't tell if they were shattered from whatever El Fuego had done.
All right,
Kjartan,
so
I'm
while
sorry.
I'm waiting for my other companions, I'm just gonna some of the smaller rocks just start kicking them out of the way.
Okay. Kjartan, what would you like to do at this point?
I don't think there's much I can do, like a magic or like a spell sort of stuff. So I think I'm just gonna try to walk over to the rubble and see if I can just move some of the smaller boulders out of the way, just kind of toss them aside.
Okay. Adric, what would you like to do?
I'd like to assess and see how long I think it would take to clear out this the stairway.
What are you doing to assess that?
I guess based on how long it's taking the other people to move the rubble that they are moving, and how much rubble I assume would have had to be there to fill this thing up.
Okay.
I get an estimate of how long it'll take.
Okay. So you're watching them, El Fuego. You're watching them. Kjartan, as you, Brahm, as you're moving these stones around, you see another lot comes down from the ceiling, and you take 3 points of damage as more stones come down. And Kjartan, you take the same amount as well. And you notice that more of these stones begin to dislodge and descend from the hole that's above, as it just basically filling up even more of the hallway.
Well, perhaps this might be a dead end now, guys.
That fucking crab, he told us this was the way.
In El Fuego, you took a shit ton of damage when you got just buried under this thing. But from what you can recall, you saw stairs leading up to where you don't know, but they were not blocked at the time. As soon as you hit those stairs, whatever, the whole area started to rumble and shake, and the whole thing just let loose above you, and just, you woke up. You don't know if it was minutes later or hours later, maybe even days later.
Concussion. Well,
Should we
this
go back?
seemed like the right way, even though Mr. Krabby said it was.
Well, I didn't have the pleasure of talking to the crab, but I'm certain I saw stairs and doors that led up to somewhere. If you said you spoke to the crab and he said this is the way, he would probably know best, other than getting around all this stone that's fallen.
We can ask him again, see if there's another way around.
Before we do that, do we want to? What do the walls look like? Are they just all solid stone, or?
They have a white, almost like a covering on them. They've been saturated with moisture for who knows how long. You can see portions of the stone beneath the white stucco, but they look evenly hewn out of the ground that you're in.
So nothing like another door that could be hidden behind the wall or hidden in the wall.
You tell me what you want to do, what you want to look for.
I would like to do a survival check to see if there's any difference I could see with the moisture and mildew on the walls.
Now, based on the picture I sent you, tell me where you would like to make that check, and assume that you're on the bottom step of those ones that are at the northern end of that corridor. Assume you're at the bottom of that, and tell me where you would like to look.
Okay, so let's say, to make it easy for everyone, if we break it up into like 4 areas. So I'm at the bottom of the stairs, by the stairs, right?
Yes.
So we do that first half is area 1. Area 2 goes back toward the turn. 3 is before the door to the south. Is that south?
That's south, yes.
Yeah.
And then the last part is leading back to the crab person, right?
Oh, okay. That sounds
So
great.
you want to break it up that way, 4 areas?
Sure. And I'll tell you
So
what, I'll
I'm-
let you do whatever you do for investigation. I'll make it for both sides of the corridor, not like do one side and then do the other.
Yeah.
North
So
and
just
south.
just like little circles. We got 4 little circles.
Sure.
So I'm going to be area 1 by the stairs.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
12.
12. So are you pushing on the wall? Are you just investigating the wall? What are you doing?
I am just looking at the wall, and then if I see any places where that white plaster is missing, I kind of brush it or blow
Okay.
on it to see if there's
You see that some of the plaster is starting to crack off this stucco, and you scrape it away and whatnot, but it doesn't reveal anything other than the stone beneath it. You look at to the west side, do the same thing. You don't see anything, and in your little quadrant, you don't see anything. But you notice your hands start to tingle a little, start to get kind of irritated from having touched the wall.
It's full of fiberglass.
Fuego, where you're checking the next portion. Go ahead and make your roll.
All right. That is, we're making investigation.
Yes. Tell me how you're investigating. Tell me what you're doing.
21, looking for any abnormal cracks in the wall, any abnormal patterns of any kind, maybe something that doesn't match up to the rest of the
Okay,
whole.
tell me how you're feeling about the wall. What are you using? What are you doing?
My
Just
fingers pinch.
Yeah, something bit me. Just my eyes. I mean, I don't think, unless I find something interesting, then I guess I'll try to clear it up with my hand.
Okay. You see that certain areas are starting to bulge out, and as you flake them away, you notice that they're just moisture pockets that are caught beneath the stucco themselves. So as you flake them away, you see that there's more stone behind it. You look to the west, and you notice that right at that corner area that you see some more of those little bubblish motions. You flake them away, and you see it's just stone as well.
Okay.
After a few moments, your hands start to tingle and itch as well. Which one of you are taking the hallway opposite of the lair of Tloques? Adric or Kjartan?
I can take that one.
Okay. Go ahead and make it with advantage against the northern wall, and tell me how you're going to investigate this.
Oh, hard 20.
Okay, the hard 20.
And I was going to use my hands. I had decided before Eric found out what happened to Eric. So
Okay. You notice that at the lower portion that there is more bubbling aspects to this wall. You flake the stucco off, and you're thinking, well, maybe there's a door opposite this door. So you get up to about 3 feet, and then it just gets hardened. And then you realize that, well, it's not another secret passage. It's just more of the stucco falling off from the moisture. And your hands as well start to tingle and itch. Kjartan, you have the portion that's closest to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna try to cast Mage Hand and kind of do a wiping
Okay.
by that instead of having to use my own hand.
Go ahead and make it with advantage.
Okay. Mage.
Someone else's hand and doing the dirty work.
Yeah. Someone else give me a hand. That's 16.
16. Your mage hand goes across, finds a couple bubbled areas. It flakes them off. You see that it's nothing but stone. It moves to the other side, and you flake that off too. And you notice that there's nothing hidden there at all. Hold on a second. But because you used that spell in a very ingenious way,
Oh yeah.
there is your gold doubloon for this episode. Go ahead and mark that down on your character sheet, Kjartan. Hopefully you don't die.
Bevmo me that.
Good job with that.
boom.
And as you guys are all standing in that hallway, you guys all take 1 point of poison damage as, again, you feel this dragging of this air in your lungs. What would you like to do?
we haven't found another way out. I'd like to leave this hallway.
I guess I'm closest to the door by the crab man, so I'm just gonna open it and just walk inside.
You open the door, and you see the large crab is kind of wandering around in its large room. Just kind of almost as though it's just methodically moving about. You see behind it is something swimming in the mud. You probably remember that as being that large crayfish. And as the door creaks open, they kind of stop and angle you assume their forward portions in your direction.
Fuego's hanging back a little.
So I talk to them and say, like, is there another way to get around here? Seems the stairs are blocked off right now.
You see the crab kind of lean up a little, the large beast, and say, "What the fuck you want? I told you a long time ago. That is the only way out. That is the way that I fell down into this area, and I wound up here. What more you want? I don't know to south. I don't know to west, but
okay.
As you throw your hands up, it throws up a couple of legs in the same gesture. Look, for all I know, the staircase was there last time. I don't know why it's not there. He's saying that you can't get up staircase no longer.
It's completely blocked off with rubble and stone.
With rubble? It wasn't that way before. I saw some red-skinned man go that way, and you telling me the staircase is no longer there?
Red-skinned man.
Yeah, the horns, the tail, running scared. His boyfriend's over there. I got half his arm still sitting in tank over here.
You take that back.
What is rest of friends? I only see you.
They're somewhere back here in this hallway. I don't know.
Cowards, of course. Well, what more you want from me? I can't tell you more.
Do you know what's in the air? Like, we seem to be being affected by it. It seems to be hurting us, or...
The air?
Yeah.
It smells like temple. Temple always smell this way. Sparky, you recognize air? You see the crayfish kind of come up above the mud line and sink back down. No, Sparky don't know. No, Sparky know nothing. I don't know nothing in there that hasn't been there already.
Ask him if he knows a way to open that central door.
Who's asking back there?
Door.
Who back there asking?
No one. No, I'll come up. Do you know a way to open that northern door with this stairway blocked?
Northern door have been blocked for many, many days. Many birthdays, in fact. Only way I know go out is to east, to that the door you at now. But long time ago, I go to west, but I was told to not go west no more. So I stay in big room.
What's to the west? Who told you not to go there?
The Lord told me not come to the west no more. I don't go west no more.
Which Lord? The landlord? Lord?
Look, all I know is Lord of Temple say, don't go this way no more, or I'll boil you. And I taste good with butter, so I am told. So I don't go west no more.
So west it is. No, just kidding.
Brom, you're hearing all of this. What would you like to do? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking, we obviously can't go to the north. We've tried that. East is blocked off. South is where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
West is the only way we can go, but the crab guy's afraid of it.
And we're not...
That could be a ruse to keep the crab there.
Yeah. Well, we're also a little bit afraid of crab guys, so whatever scares him should scare us.
Yeah.
Well, he's afraid of being It sounds like being boiled alive, basically.
I'm afraid of being boiled alive. I wouldn't say that's mutually.
I was gonna say we're all
Crap.
the same thing.
I don't mind the heat so much.
Okay. El Fuego can go first and tell us how it is.
Well, as long as your crab friend over there doesn't try to eat me in the process.
Where are you at, El Fuego, by the way?
Like behind the door.
Have you made yourself known yet?
No, I'm just kind of like in the back behind Kjartan and whoever else is by the door. This is the whole reason why I was down here to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kjartan, what would you like to do?
Yeah, like Brom said, we don't really have many options, so I'm just gonna announce like, okay, well, if you're afraid to go down in the west, well, I'm gonna try it.
Wait, you calling me a coward? I'm not afraid to go to west. I just don't want to go west no more.
Sure, okay. I'm gonna go anyways.
Well, fine. Sparky and I, we don't care. You go that way anytime you want to.
Okay, I'll go now.
We'll go that way now then. Hmm.
All right, so I'll try to work my way through the mud towards the door in the west.
So now you know that there's a little island in the center of this mud room, and you have to go west. So do you go south and west, or do you go north and west?
Probably north and west.
Okay, north and west. Now, do the rest of you guys follow along this line?
Oh, I'm following shortly.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the same
I'll
line.
follow that line.
Okay. As you guys make your way, you see that there is a door in an alcove against the western wall. El Fuego, make a perception check with advantage. By the way, you notice that the crab and the crayfish are watching you the whole time.
All right. Pull that up real quick. Oh, not good. 12.
12. You see a red-looking object sticking out of the mud in the western area, more towards the southwest of that room.
Okay.
You see something glinting in the light from this as well. But that's all you can really tell.
What is that over there? It's looks like something shiny.
Adric, you
it's
should know
next to me
exactly
at
what
this
this
point.
is.
Wait, huh?
You should know exactly what this is.
The red shiny thing?
No, the red object that's probably about 2.5 feet long with some shiny thing at the end of it.
Oh, it's it looks like, does it look like a staff?
Looks like an arm. Like a red-skinned arm. Because weren't you the one that threw the tiefling's body into the mud?
No, that was Cricket.
that was Cricket.
That was
Oh,
Cricket.
shit. Sorry, my bad. Retcon. Cricket, make an observation check from beyond the grave.
From the underworld.
I guess I would have. I mean, I should have noticed Cricket throw that in there, so I guess it's fair to say that I should notice that.
Okay, so as you guys are making your way, El Fuego, you notice that this object is sticking out of the mud slightly.
Can I walk closer towards it, even though I was following close pursuit in line with everyone?
Yeah, as you start to move southwest towards this object, you notice that the crayfish has left this large creature and kind of moved northwest, almost on an intercept course as you get closer to it.
Okay.
But as you draw closer to it, you notice it
gonna
looks
say.
like an arm, and the what you're seeing gleaming is a ring on a finger. and you recognize this as being a tiefling arm.
Diego! No! I'll dash towards the arm
Okay.
and try to like pull the body out, the arm and body out, like maybe stuck in the mud.
Well, as you pull it, you notice it's just laying on top of it. It's been severed just above the elbow. You see the crayfish start moving towards you, pause, turn to the left, and see a full-size red-skin body, and actually go towards that and start picking it apart. And you notice that this body is missing its right arm below the bicep.
I'll traumatized by pulling just the arm up. I am going to just take the whole arm with me.
Okay.
And run back to the group.
Oh.
Just out of just pure shock, I'm just holding onto the arm, thinking of poor Diego being shredded.
Diego. What was the name of the elf again?
Amigo.
Amigo.
No, amigo.
No.
Well, it was Martes.
No, it was Lunes.
Oh, Lunes. We got Lunes and Diego.
Okay.
Ay,
So you
Dios
guys make it.
mío.
You guys make it to the door in the alcove. Kjartan, you made it first, followed by Brom and Adric, and then El Fuego. You brought up the rear with this. You're holding an arm in your hand. As you guys turn around, making sure that everybody is there with you, you see El Fuego's got this fucking arm, and on one of the fingers is a ring. But you have the door. What would you like to do?
El Fuego wants to go through the door.
Well, El Fuego's behind three other men.
He's
That's
Russian.
right. Who's the front of this train?
I guess.
Kjartan, I think.
Kjartan.
won.
But as El Fuego comes up, is that? Where did you find that arm?
I found it in the mud.
Why do you have it?
I have it because this arm belongs to my brother, Diego. He was with us.
So you're just gonna carry around a decomposing arm with you?
That was not the purpose. I panicked when I saw your other friend in the mud. I was fearing for my life. He already ate my brother. Last thing I wanted to be is another hors d'oeuvre for him.
Hors d'oeuvre?
Hors d'oeuvre for him. Whatever.
That's how we say it in the Tiefling country.
That's right.
Adric, what would you like to do? You've got the door in front of you. You got El Fuego behind you with a fist in his hand.
I'll try and open the door. See if I can push it open.
Okay, it opens relatively easily. You notice that as you pull it open, a lot of the mud sloshes down with you, goes in about 10 feet or so past everybody's ankles, and kind of just settles at that point. And you notice that it looks like the hallway, which is still 10 feet wide, goes about 25 feet, and then you see stone steps that descend downwards. And from where you are, it almost looks as though there's a lintel for a doorway.
This doesn't appear to be the right direction. I certainly didn't want to go further down into this temple. But if we have no other way to go, perhaps we must go down to go up?
Yeah, possibly.
Brom,
I
what do you
start
think?
nudging people from the back.
El Fuego's pushing to make his way, bitch slapping people with his brother's arm.
So you guys move through the mud, clear it. You notice that the rest of this area is still got that heavy, thick air in it. You notice that the walls here are just as slimy and gross with moisture. and you see that as you guys get about 15 feet into the hallway, you can see more of the hallway in front of you, and you see that at about 10 feet, these stone steps lead down, and you could see another stone doorway.
Okay. Well, before we get to the door stoneway, as soon as El Fuego,
The door stoneway.
oh, the whatever
Stone door.
stone door. As soon as El Fuego gets to a comfortable area where he's no longer in the mud pit, he would actually like to remove the ring off Diego's finger and place the arm down.
Okay.
He'll slide the ring on his finger at this time.
And you remember your brother getting this from your father, being the eldest son of the clan, and it had been passed down from father to son, father to elder son, father to elder son, and you remember that he called it a +1 ring of protection.
Wow.
Guess I just got promoted to older son.
That's right, second
Eldest
lieutenant.
living son.
You're a real butterbar. That's right. That's one way to maneuver your way up the hierarchy of a family. You kill the oldest brother.
I didn't kill him.
Son.
He died.
I'm the oldest son.
Daughter.
Now you guys still have those items that you gathered out from Popolocas. So anytime you guys want to spend time.
Could I have spent time during the short rest, or I guess during my watch to?
Yeah,
look
if
over
you
the
want to,
braziers?
sure. Go ahead and make a
Ring a bell. And it's Arcana.
yes.
I got a 17.
17. Take a half a moment here. Where the fuck is that at? I know that they're I think they're bracers of protection. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, bracers of defense is what
Okay.
they are. So when we're done tonight, go ahead and look up what those are and decide if you want to wear those. Now, there was also a ring that you guys had pilfered off of him as well.
Did someone take the ring? I didn't take it.
I only
Carson.
know I took the jar.
You took the
Yes.
jar. Kjartan, you took the two other waxed, sealed, whatchamacallits, right? The little beakers or test tubes, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. You know that those were potions of invisibility. But I think only one of them was good. The other one was broken.
Okay.
And I think that was... If nobody took the ring, I don't know. I thought somebody had grabbed the ring as well.
No. Brahm has the amulet and mask.
Okay. Those have no arcana value whatsoever, but they are worth something, and you would have to take those. The mask has a 200 gold piece value, and the pendant is worth 50 gold pieces.
But it sure does look cool.
That's right. Wear that in bed, BTK.
Real quick on I was able to recover that bow from Cricket's dead body.
Yes, that is a +1 bow.
A +1 bow. Okay.
And who grabbed the dagger and the sword? From
I think I got the sword.
that is a +1 long sword.
Okay.
And there was a dagger as well. I don't know who grabbed the dagger.
It could have been. Was it all on the same person?
Yes, it was all on the same person.
Okay, then I took both.
That would have been a +1 silver dagger.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm going to assume that during the time that you guys had your rest, that you guys were actually inspecting the items that you had looked at, and you know that these things. Kjartan, you had the potion, right? That was powdered? Or no?
No, that was
Fuego.
El Fuego.
El Fuego. Okay. And you didn't do anything else with that? Okay.
No.
We didn't. I want to take a look at the mask as well. Was that anything?
It doesn't have any arcana value other than it looks as though it was a ceremonial death mask for burial, as well as all his other attire that you recall, but you don't know what that jade pendant does. You've never seen something like that before.
All right. So
Make a religion check, actually,
on the necklace?
on the pendant. Yes.
Oh, the pendant. Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah, you've never seen something like this, so you don't know if it was attire or if it belonged to some kind of a religious order. You're just not certain what this comes from or where it derived from or why he would have been buried with it, especially if he came back alive. I mean, that right there tells you something that maybe he was just sleeping for a very long time. You don't know.
Does the death mask fit on my face as a dwarf?
Yeah, it'd fit on anybody's face. You want to wear it?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock it.
Okay.
Right, spooky.
That's crazy ass shit. I like that. So from your position in the hallway, you know that that door is down a set of stone steps. I don't think I have a picture of that. I'd have to see, but I'm not really 100% certain. I do not have a picture of it. I am sorry. What would you like to do?
Room still somewhat lit.
Yeah, it's just got an eerie glow about it. It almost looks as though whatever is in the air, this thick golden yellow amber color, is actually keeping whatever's going on illuminated. Does that make sense? It's almost like the air itself is luminous.
Spooky. Shall we continue further down?
Okay. You see that at the bottom of the stairs, there is a door.
Single, double? Just kidding.
It is a single door
Revolving?
from up to down. Give me one of those. You see there is a door.
Is there any special markings on this door like we've seen in the past?
Ironically, this door is plain. It just has a handle on your side.
No glyphs or anything surrounding the
Nope.
door? Okay.
No glyphs at all.
It's a trap.
There's a trap. Easy, Akbar.
Let's open it. I will open it.
Okay. It appears to be held fast. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh god, I'm like the worst person to do this.
You have Cricket do it.
Probably should. I got a 13.
13. The door remains fixed.
As Adric tries to open it, Brom will come up and, this is how it's done.
Okay. Give it a shot, Braun.
Oh, God. 13?
13. You are even worse than the half-elf weakling.
God, I must have slipped running up here.
Kjartan.
All right, I kind of push him aside. It's like, all right, I'll show you guys how it's done.
Yeah. Bust some nut.
Alright, here we go, sorcerer.
13.
13.
I got 3 13s in a row.
Nothing. Fuego.
Come on, Fuego.
I want to
Please.
try to open the door. Everyone's pushing on the door, right? Has anyone tried pulling on the door?
I'm assuming everyone's trying to pull on the door.
Oh, okay.
I just said open.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said open.
I'm not going to split hairs here,
All right.
Lebowski.
Let's just trying. All right, so El Fuego, being as little as he is, he's going to try to open the door as well. That is 15.
15. You are unable to do it as well. So what I want to do is I want to see who has, out of 3 of you, a combined strength of 32.
Combined strength of 32.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 10.
10.
I'm halfway there. It's 16.
16. Okay,
Alright,
so that's 26.
16 as well.
Okay,
All right.
so actually,
2 of you.
El Fuego and Brahm could do this.
Okay.
So together, you guys grab this door handle, get your feet against the jamb, and just pull this shit out of this door. You feel this grating sound just as stone grinds against stone. And as you open up, you get this, your senses are just assaulted by this rancid, dank smell that comes from this room. You immediately see that this large room, that the floor is blanketed with about 2 feet of shallow mud and water, and the walls are just covered with this green, slimy buildup. I'm going to send you a picture of what this place looks like, so when I describe it, you'll know exactly what I mean. Who's standing in the front there?
El Fuego.
Fuego and Brahm, right?
Yep.
You see that partially buried in the mud are many overturned pedestals and pieces of broken statuary. As you look about, you notice that through the amber hue, through the thick air of this shit, you can just make out this shadow-draped ceiling, that there are inlaid colored tiles depicting starry skies and forming strange patterns in the areas above these broken statues and pedestals. In this 40 by 40 foot unusually shaped room, its corners seem to extend slightly away from the main body of this room, making them look as though they're antechambers. And it's in the northwest corner that you see a lone pedestal standing, and atop of it, a small, glimmering object. You see opposite the door you're in, another door. Did you guys get the picture, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
So you guys are coming in from the eastern area down the steps.
Let's go to the glimmering object. Anyone else want to go?
Yes. How deep is this mud? You
Are
said
you
it was like
moving
2
into
feet?
it?
Moving closer. Yeah.
As you move into it, you notice that the room starts to angle downwards. You get about 6 inches, 12 inches, 18 inches, 24 inches. Starts to stop about 24, 26 inches of this mud and water, just this stank coming about you. You notice that for some reason in this room itself, that thick air is really condensed in here as well.
All right. So it's like 2 feet deep.
Yeah, just a smidge over 2 feet deep.
Whoa. Okay.
So you see this glass of Woodford? It's 2 feet plus this.
Oh, it's getting shallower.
It's getting shallower.
Oh
It's
my
getting
God.
shallower. You have nothing to worry about.
Let's just wait it out.
Wait for the, eventually he'll pass
Budget.
out. The water will drop down. We'll get to the other door. No problem.
Yeah. Keep trudging my way towards that shiny object on the pedestal.
Okay. Make a perception check.
That is 22.
22, as you begin to move closer towards this shining object, you notice that what it is, you notice two things actually. One of them, first of all, is that the object appears to be about a 4-inch, 3-sided silver pyramid. And as you look at it, something out of the corner of your eye catches your attention, and you look to your left, and just above the door opposite you, you notice that a portion of this putrid green slime begins to undulate. You see these pods begin to extend outwards from it. And we'll roll for initiative next session.
All right.
Perfect.
Who's gonna die this time?
I don't know.
Prepare to die, you motherfuckers. El Fuego Part 2.
Yeah. Well, we can't play Diego or Lunes.
We're about Sabado.